Welcome guys, another episode of Skywars. So there's a new challenge going around and it's about kids going door to door, kicking at the door. Yeah, it's an incredible challenge. What this means is like, they're doing a donkey kick. So what does this mean? It means that kids have truly discovered how to be an ass. It's incredible. They're donkey kicking doors. This isn't very new because, it used to be that the kids were just being a little bit douchey. That's just traditional. But now they've discovered how to... Okay, I didn't expect him to do that. You know what, you can go over there. Nah, I want you to just cross or something, but, I shot arrows. He's just too intimidated by those arrows. I want a slightly 1 damage increased. Yay. Okay, I don't think he's gonna cross. Anyway, so it's incredible. For years, for thousands of years, it's just been, bratty kids. Now they have discovered how to emulate a donkey. This actually reminds me of a joke about vegans and zombies. I promise this is not relevant. So anyways, the joke goes, what is a vegan zombie's favorite... I'm gonna lose this fight, actually. That man hit hard. Denied. I want that diamond sword. 1 more attack damage. Yay! We've increased to 2 more attack damage from our starting sword. Cool. Has this man... No, I think he walked off the map or something. He is a Skywars player after all. Anyway, so the joke goes, what is a vegan zombie's favorite food? And the answer is grains. If you haven't heard this joke 1,000 times, it might be funny. But it's just simply not true, because vegan zombies are not a thing. And you might be going, Smokey, zombies aren't real. But no. You see, zombies go after brains. I'm not a fan of this fight. I failed a sprint. I'm just gonna waltz on over to here. I expected him to be chasing, but then again, there was another guy that he was able to fight, so... that might distract me. Yeah, zombies go after brains. Of course, there's no such thing as vegan zombies. It's not gonna happen, That means that these kids might just be vegans after all. Well, I've lost. Nope. I have plenty of health for this fight. I can take 1,000 hits. 10,000. No! Easy. Skywars, I'm doing so well. Hello there. Oh, hey, now it says it... Has it always said the username in chat, or is that new? I thought it said it below. Like, right where the item name here is, the action bar. He threw the golden apples! Oh my god, he's incredible. Yeah, you can just... No. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that these kids are immune to the zombie apocalypse. When D-Day comes, that's the wrong word. When Z-Day comes, then these kids are completely immune. It's just incredible. I mean, this challenge isn't too bad, so I guess that's fine. It's just... I always just like making fun of random things. I don't know why, man. I mean, that man did not cite me at all, so... Incredible! I'm just gonna gapple up and he's gonna probably cross. Nope, your strafe meant nothing. Die now. You failed. Alright. I wasn't expecting him to succeed, obviously, but anyway, so... This does not mean I want them as an ally in the zombie apocalypse, because, they're a bit worse than zombies. Between a zombie and them, the zombie, very slow. I'm not entirely sure when my game crashed there, but anyway, so like I was saying. But between, like, zombies and those kids, I'd rather zombie. One, because, zombies, they're slow, weak, and I'm allowed to fight them. And kids are much more disruptive of progress. And you're not allowed to fight them, at least not with witnesses. So anyways, it's always just better to have a zombie apocalypse rather than a teenager apocalypse. It's just way better. Hello. So, when people are like, oh my god, a zombie apocalypse sounds terrifying, have you considered teenagers are a thing? They're real. They're scary and they're mean. They will hurt you way more than a zombie will. Both emotionally and physically, alright? They're violent creatures. Nobody knows where they came from. But they're real. And they want blood. I didn't know there was a block above my head, but I do now know that there was. That was not a block, actually. Nope. I have low ground. You're screwed. Ha ha ha. I don't know where other players are, so I could immediately get knocked into the void or something. We're going to be making good decisions. I want to see who's over here, because it sounds like there's conflict. I already had a diamond chestplate. Alright, anyways. I don't have much more on that subject to talk about. I guess I was more limited of a subject than I thought about, so I need to find someone to stab. Where is everyone? There's a player here. Act as my distraction while I think of another subject. Come here. Turn around. Fight me. I need blood. There you go. He's actually kind of good. We're just going to do this. He's running. Never mind. I changed my mind on this man. No. I completely messed up. Ah, that was painful. We're gonna run. Oh, that didn't work. You know what? It completely worked. We win! Awesome. No, there is more to say. You see, I think I've discovered what's happening. You see, if you've ever watched Pinocchio, I know a very relevant way to introduce this. If you've ever watched Pinocchio, there is an island in which a bunch of kids break stuff. And they become donkeys. Donkey slaves, more specifically. And you see, I think that these kids are actually just from that island. Escapees, but they still have their old tendencies. Not a fan. Nope. No. Must survive. I'm not dying that easily. No, I am not. I expected him to do something there. I was wrong. All of you must die. No exceptions. All who hear me. That was an improper phrase. Oh. Nope. All who hear the sound of my blade cut through the air will see that their heads are beheaded. That was not a proper. You know what? I tried. That's what matters. You always gotta try. Except I'm not doing a very good job at it anyways, so like I said, I discovered the secret to it all. Was the secret grand? Not very, but I've discovered how it happened. You are welcome. I would like a subscribe now. Alright, I deserve, and I win. You know what? I deserve one for sure now because I did so much work. All of those usernames popped up in the exact same tick. Awesome. So I'm sure this is not going to be a laggy game. And yeah, I deserve subscribers. Please subscribe. Share the video with your friends. Yep, like the video. Show engagement. Yeah, that would be great. I should probably put that in a sooner part of the video. We're just going to pretend I did. Share the video anyways. Whatever. Time travel. Do it. Discover how to time travel for me, alright? It would help me so much. Alright, whatever. I just need to stab more players. I got a better sword. I have such a good sword now. Yeah, I'm sure this man's gonna have a very good time. Oh, that was so painful. Oh, there's another player. Okay. I kind of died there. But we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. No! Okay. Okay, this is gonna be a very fun round because you see, everybody gets to be on fire here. You see, I'm pretty sure that is one of the kids. I am not drawing random conclusions here. It is a very educated guess. Extremely. Alright, I've spent lots of time deducing all of that. I am intelligent, alright? Goodbye. You're not landing on the slime blocks, and I have a bow. Would have died anyways. And we have another sharpness 3. Could we get a sharpness 4 then? Oh, I want sharpness 4. That's not gonna help me on my journey for sharpness 4. You know what? I don't want to go after I don't know. You know? Doesn't sound pleasant. That's also not helpful. Alright, whatever. Whatever. I completely messed up grabbing those items. I'm gonna avoid middle just for a little bit because there's potentially a dangerous player. Also, jungle leaves are no longer opaque. Not sure why that is. Nope. You get the same fate as him. Pearl! We can save ourselves. That's not useful. Oh wait, we need experience bottles, and I don't see any in that chest. That's an ender pearl of risk. That's useless to me. Whatever. Hello. I have fire protection, haha! Get owned. I didn't know I had fire protection, but I do apparently. Awesome. I'm taking that. It's my property now. There is anvils on this map. I ate an extra gapple. Why? There, I see a player over there. I don't have the stuff I want here. But that's fine. I don't like that there's 2 players going at the same moment. That doesn't sound good to me. No, you're not shooting me. Not happening, pal. No. Nah. I wanted to do a 4-block jump, but he shot his crossbow. Nope. 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 I shouldn't have gone on that block because it actually slowed me down. No. That's what you get for spending money on a game. Imagine. Could not be me, even though Minecraft, you know, costs money. Oh. You know what? That sounds like a stupid pour. Oof. Roasted. Diabolical. No, you don't know how to actually do this, do you? He doesn't. So he's dead. Goodbye. Stupid pour. Anyways, that was another episode of Skywars, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like I said a few minutes ago, subscribe and hit the like button, like every YouTuber has to say. Bye.